Lakers well, I shouldn't say those Bill. No, I like you know what I'm saying. Bill, but no, I is the business. Unlike me, he's a lot of class. He's a lot of class. Yeah. I'm not. He's just this time. No, just
you don't want to come listen to the secondary guys talk.
well,
if I brought that on that fight,
hey, I was in the neighborhood. I was in the neighborhood.
You mean Columbus?
I don't know what you, Patrick, can do. I want to start a trend where next time we're in the press room for Ryan, everybody has to, oh, Rob, you too. Everybody has to raise their hand like this.
No, dude, no, I was not.
You think you could have?
I was not.
Better safe than sorry. Ohio State was early today. Jared sent me that last night. I was surprised. That picture was. I was out.
I just noticed.
One of my favorites was backwards.
So the Clippers hold tension.
You get to 11:25. I'm just sitting there waiting.
Did you see the one we got?
I had a quote from the press release or whatever. I texted him, he's like, oh, sorry, we pushed it back.
No, you should do a story. I saw it. We did get educated back then. That was, I thought you might chime in on that. That's kind of your thing. You got 2 weeks? You got a week?
I might be one chili.
I probably won't.
If you want it, please do. I'll give you some numbers. I'll give you all the numbers you need.
You want to do, I'm not wanting to do it. It would be more like, wake up, I need something. He's an east side. I do west side. I'm all about the west side.
It's nothing over there.
West? Yeah, well, Michael.
East High is cold.
Yeah. The Cowboys don't have much going. I wrote about the one guy that they had one team state champion. In any sport. One team champion. 70 or 75 years old.
You know, Dick Furry was West High.
Yeah.
He's still alive. I was and he was a state champion at like the high jump.
Yeah, individual, but not team.
He had like big
I know. We're in a parade.
No.
Furry?
Yeah.
Well, I would have changed the parade for sure, man.
I recently saw an old guy big thing. But he said, where'd you see him? Those guys get together. But he's
What about the old guy? What about that Clippers guy that didn't get the, wasn't on the Players Association thing? Didn't get his money. Remember that one?
yeah.
Wasn't there something about a guy that was,
The thing is, you could call it track.
oh, yeah, he never,
And like,
no, well,
so I go,
feelings mutual, but,
I just call it chat. Do something, you know, give me
yeah, we got stories. like, okay. Well, at least I got that from you. Yeah. You know.
So he's gonna hang on.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That was Friday. All I know is they're still doing that trend thing, like, what's your iron number? Maybe Brianne's gonna be upstairs. Like, we getting these schedules, like,
I clicked on a football story on your site the other day and Journey wrote it. I don't know. It was one of those.
Oh, yeah, yeah, it's trending.
Yeah, it was something I like came up on when I was googling the player. So it was from a few weeks ago, and I was just like, Adam actually football.
Well, I can give you a guess on when it might come. I would say September 6th.
what?
September 6th.
I hate to break the news. I know where they want you. Tell us.
Catering.
I don't know if he's coming. I'm not sure. My guess is they're not gonna fill it till at least October, so that's Q4 starts in October. So it doesn't make sense to take all the time.
I won't be shocked if it's not.
I was on Friday.
Oh, were you on Friday?
Earlier we got Taco.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you again for joining us today for the introduction of our newest designated player, forward Wessam Abou Ali. We're excited to welcome him to the club after he joined us here in Columbus last week. Also, obviously joined here by General Manager Issa Tall. As we shared with the room earlier, we'll open with comments from Issa. We'll then move into a quick photo portion. We'll then have both gentlemen available for questions. We'll open up to the room. Depending on the timing, we may take select questions from Zoom. And then from there, we'll conclude the press conference, move outside for additional photography, and then move into our one-on-one sessions. So with that, excited to welcome General Manager Issa Tall.
Good afternoon. I will be brief with my intro because I know we're all here for the man of the hour, but I wanted to start off by thanking you guys. It's a real pleasure to see a lot of people of the media here. So thank you for the coverage and the interest you have in this club and in our team. It's quite surreal to have Wessam here in the room, and he and I know what we have gone through, but this goes back to end of December, between Christmas and New Year, when we first spoke. And there was a lot of hurdles, but at the end of the day, we were super excited to welcome Wessam to our club and our city. The reason why we stick with Wessam is because he was the profile we've been looking for. He has the qualities that our coaching staff was looking after, and we're super thrilled that he's finally in Columbus after all this month. Wessam comes to us from one of the most storied clubs in Africa, if not the biggest club in Africa, one of the most followed clubs in the world, actually. And he's shown what he can do on the world stage. And we're super excited to have him wear the black and gold jersey very soon. I'd be remiss if I don't acknowledge and thank our owners. The Haslam, the Johnson and Edward families have been so supportive and invested in this club, and we really thank them for their support in everything we do and their trust. Also, I'd like to thank our coaching staff because they gave us a clear profile of player, and the collaboration, the communication with them throughout those months, every week, and their support as well has been tremendous. I'd like to thank also our scouting department. They work relentlessly over the last few months, not only Wessam but other players, whether it's the scouts that are here in Columbus or also the ones that are across the world. They've done a tremendous job, and we look forward to continue working with them. And lastly, I want to thank our staff and our players particularly, because back in pre-season, we saw what we had, and internally we're very confident in the season we're going to have. And for them to work the way they worked, the way they've started this season of one of the best start of our club history, and where the team currently stand as one of the best standing in terms of points in the club history. Yes, of course we would have hoped and wanted to have ties and losses turn into wins, but we are super confident that with a player like Wessam and others, that we have the tools to contend for championship this year, but also for the years to come. So with that, please join me in welcoming Wessam to our city and the Columbus Crew.
So photos and scarves, you drape those around your necks first. And the kit, please.
Yes.
And if we can flip to the back.
Perfect, thank you.
Get that to the striker there. And then we'll close with that, and we'll put these chairs back up, and we'll be all set.
Oh, true, you don't.
Sit right there.
To drink or to?
And then with that, let's go ahead and we'll open up to questions. Let's start with Brianna McKay from the Columbus Dispatch. And please be sure to address who you're asking the question as a reminder.
Brand, okay, Columbus Dispatch. Wessam, can you just talk, Lisa mentioned you've been in communication since December. What kind of drew you to Columbus through those conversations and made you kind of stick with them for so long?
I mean, first of all, thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the club giving me such a warm welcome. As you say, yes, it's been a long period. It's been many talks. But since day one, I had a talk with Isa and the rest of the people in the club. I was very convinced. I had many talks with my agent. I'm the type of guy I prefer to go to a club where people scout me well, where people have an idea of where they see my role in the team, and maybe not because I played one good game at a World Cup, for example. So it was basically very simple. It was a club with an idea, with ambitions. They play the best football in the MLS, or soccer as you guys say it. So it was very simple. I felt like I had opportunities to come here and help the team. They were maybe missing out on a striker on that position. So yeah, it was very simple. It took some time. It was difficult, but we got it done in the end, and I'm super excited and very happy to be here. Really.
How much did you know about the crew before starting these talks, and what did you kind of learn about them, especially under Wilfred Nelson?
So in the beginning, of course, I didn't know so much. I knew a bit about the MLS, but not especially about the crew. Of course, after I had the opening talks, I had to look more into it. and with the time I got to know the club more. I have Malte, the Danish guy, who's my very good friend for like 15 years. So we've been knowing each other. Had many talks with him as well, and I asked around. I like to do a background check on where I'm going because it's the other side of the world as well. I heard Coach Wilfred Nancy is the best coach in the league, so it was very simple for me to take that decision as well. And as everyone can see, it's the best playing team in the league, in my opinion, at least. Also, so yeah, it was very attractive.
And what do you just want to bring to this team?
Well, hopefully some goals. Hopefully that's why I'm coming here to first of all score some goals, but also do what's asked from me, to press, to help the team, to follow the philosophy of the team, with the pressing, with the running, with the possession. But in the end, I'm hopefully here to finish the chances we create. You're welcome.
Hey Wessam, I'm Jack Mason with Long-Term Sports. It's a pleasure meeting you. Now being a part of the MLS, can you just give me your opinion and thoughts on the league as a whole?
Well, it's an evolving league, as everyone knows now. I think a few years back it wasn't as known and as high rated as it is now. Also with the World Cup coming next year, with more players coming from outside as well, putting a high standard. But also with teams like Columbus, for example, that plays in a different way than maybe American clubs did beforehand. So I think it's a league going the right way. That's also one of the reasons I came, both like socially, but also football-wise. So yeah, it's going in the right direction, I feel like.
And then as you kind of mentioned, coming across the world, just what's your mental state like right now?
Oh, I feel good. I feel great. I'm very happy. You have to be happy when there's something you wanted for a long time and you had to wait for it, and now I'm finally here. So I'm just very excited, and I'm blessed that we got it done, and I'm here.
And then Isa, could you just tell me about the moment of the first time you saw Wessam, or just what drew you to him?
Yeah, so again, we know Wessam since his playing days in Scandinavia, so he's not necessarily new to us. And at the time when we watched him, he was super interesting in the different characteristic he had, and he was a crew player in the sense of he actually played up top, he played on the wing, and he, in terms of the effort and the audacity that he had in his game, he was a player that we were attracted by. And then he decided to make a move, again, as I said, to one of the biggest club in Africa, or if not the biggest club in Africa, and had tremendous success there. So we continued following him, and his play hasn't changed, and he actually developed and got better and better, and the hope is to come here as well and to continue developing, getting better, and helping us continue our success.
Thanks, Jack. Let's go to Rob Ali.
Yeah, Rob Ali, Columbus Dispatch. How often have you been to the States? Have you been to the States before? And culturally, how have you prepared yourself? What do you anticipate?
Well, I was here one time at the Club World Cup, so it was not like a vacation. It was more to play, but I stayed for 5-6 days in New York. But in general, like, I'm here to play soccer. Like that's basically it. I'm a social person. I'm outgoing. I like to have a laugh. I like to make people laugh and just be unserious outside of the field. And just here to live my life and hopefully have some success with the crew, because that's the reason why I came across of the world. I didn't come here on a vacation or to live. But as a city, as Columbus, I'm very surprised. Isa told me a lot of good things about it. But yeah, I got surprised, and I feel kind of home already now.
You said this was a long time coming. Have you always wanted to get to the States and play, or what did you mean when it's been a long time, or just since December? I don't know.
Yeah, so when I say it's been a long time, it's because it's been a long process. It's been underway for some time, with different offers coming in. With me, I have to making up my mind, but I had good talks with my agent, and my agent had good talks with Isa, and Columbus was always my first priority. Sometimes it looked difficult, because I was in a good club, and the club wanted me, and they was happy to have me. So I had to also make them happy and leave. But yeah, long time on the way, because it's been since December, and that's a long transfer.
Thanks, Rob. Pat?
Isa, Wessam was talking about the way you guys play, and obviously different. how does he fit in your guys' mind, and how quickly can he get integrated into that group? Do you think?
Yeah, I mean, as you've known now following our team, it's hard in a way to get accustomed to the way we play. But at the same time, we are trying to get players with a certain, game intelligence that can adapt pretty quickly. Now, when it comes to Wessam, it's one of the ingredients for Wilfried to cook his recipe. We can see him playing as a lone striker. He can play with two strikers. He can play behind one of the strikers. He can, as I said, he played on the wing before, so he can play there. All in all, what we try to do this year is really to bring a collective together, and it's worked. Where there's an effort on and off the ball, and that's what he has. And on top of that, obviously, we needed to have a clinical finisher in the box that can score different ways, and that's what he has with scoring with both feet, with his head, set pieces. So all these things are added value to our team.
Wessam, Patrick Murphy from Masterport, good to meet you. Since this has all started to come together, how much have you been able to follow along with the team and sort of get to know them before you arrive, so that maybe it makes that process a little bit easier?
Oh, so I've been since right before I signed, maybe like a week before I signed, and we was feeling like it was getting there. I was watching the games and I was following along. I watched the whole Leagues Cup late at night in Egypt. Sent the pictures to Isa. Followed the team. I know, as I said, I know Malte here, so I got a good insight. When I signed, I got in touch with people inside the club, Elena and Julio, who already helped me looking at apartments, cars, like settling in, even though I was not here. That helped me so much too. Now I've arrived, and I knew the 5-6 places I was going to look at, and I knew the cars I was going to look at. So the club is just very, very organized, and they take care of your, let's say, mental health. So you arrive and you can just focus on playing soccer, and that's so nice, and it's lovely to be here.
How have the first few training sessions and such gone? I think you got here Friday. How has it gone at the beginning of this process?
I mean, it's been tough. I've been tested. I've been told to do some runs and and some gym sessions and test, but I have to do that because we all do it in the preseason, and they want to see where I'm at physically. But now it's nice. I had a good training session as well today and yesterday, training with the team. Very impressed, very, very impressed. You can feel this is a team that's good on the ball. People is quick, very quick-minded, and some different things I have to adapt to, while still keeping my style of play, the direct style I have as a striker, because that's something I don't want to lose as well.
So, Chris?
For Issa first, you bring a player in who has, in the last 15 months, 2 league titles, a continental title, and a scoring title of his own. How important is this championship pedigree in one player to bring to a club that, under your direction, has been able to, over the last couple of years, capture a couple of league titles itself?
No, it definitely matters. And you see it with our own guys to begin with. Because of they tasted the win with the MLS Cup and Leagues Cup, even some of them the MLS Next Pro. They know what it means to lift a trophy, and it's true that bringing a player that has won those titles, major ones, add to it. But Chris, I want to say that what attracted us to him is we know he's a winner every day, meaning he wants to get better. He wants to win at training, wants to win the small side, he wants to win his 1v1. Even when we were talking in December, asking subtle questions about, hey, what's your mindset when you go at a player or when you go in the air versus a goalkeeper? And those answers really confirmed what we thought of him as a winner every day, and then obviously confirms by the titles he's won, and hopefully he'll win more here.
Wessam, Chris Dorn from Columbus Crew Radio. How does that championship mentality translate in the way you carry yourself, and do you see it as an easy fit, having spent a couple of days with the staff and players?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's, like Isa says, it's just inside of a team. So even if I didn't win any titles beforehand and I came and I felt the aura around the team, I would have to adapt to that. But now I'm lucky I've won some different things, and it's just the way I am. That's me as a person. I already have a bit about some set pieces with Isa that I'm gonna beat him in. I made it on the phone, and that was the first thing I told him. I want to win. And honestly, 100%, I wouldn't come to Columbus also if they hadn't won some trophies the last few years, because that's also what attracts you. I don't really in the end care if I score 3 goals in a game or if we just win. So it makes sense, and it goes hand in hand with my mentality and the club's philosophy and mentality. And I feel it today. We had a tough training session with small-sided games, and there was fights after the training because someone won and someone lost. And you love to see that, because that's what it's all about.
Did you win?
I was not in it.
Mike, go ahead.
How's your hamstring?
No, my hamstring is good. It's been good for a long time. My issue has been that the last game I played was against Porto in the Club World Cup. And unfortunately it's off-season in Egypt when the season is going here. But now we did many tests and scans, and my hamstring is good, getting in shape as well now.
It wasn't a smooth exit. What happened? How would you explain it in Egypt?
That's what can you say? Like it happens in football. People want you to stay. I still had a good contract left, like amount of years. People wanted me to stay. They was looking for a striker for 15, 20 years, and I popped up, and they liked me. Like I did well. They didn't want me to go. So of course you get upset. The Egyptian people is lovely people. They were so nice to me all the time in the streets, everywhere I went. So of course it's also the other side. When you want to leave, then maybe you're gonna see some more different things. But I take it like easy. It's okay. People, I take it as love. Like you can say it like that. It's because they wanted you to stay.
Sam?
حسام الحمد لله على السلامة.
الله يسلمك. شكرا.
أهلا بك. هسأل بالعربي وبعدين هسأل بالإنجليزي عشان كل العالم.
Okay.
Been a difficult journey, but you're here. What's the biggest thing that you're looking at accomplishing? إيه أكبر حاجة متوقع إنك تعملها هنا مع الفريق ده?
You want me to answer in English or Arabic?
Whichever, I'll translate.
Okay, I'll say it in English then.
Okay.
Can you ask again? I'm surprised you speak Arabic.
The question, السؤال إيه أكتر حاجة أنت متوقع إنك هتعملها في الدوري هنا؟ أنت
Okay.
جاي دوري جديد، جاي مختلف جدا. إيه أكبر حاجة أنت عايز تعملها هنا وتثبتها من بعد ما سبت الأهلي؟
Okay.
What's the biggest thing that you want to prove in MLS after leaving Al Ahly?
I really don't think these two goes hand in hand, because I play in 2 different continents. It's 2 different teams. It's 2 different playing styles. I'm scouted here in a different way than I was scouted in Al Ahly. But the same thing is that I want to win. I want to win trophies. That's really the main reason I came. That's the most important thing for me. If we still have a chance to win this year, I'm gonna go all in for it. And of course, also as a personal guy, I wanna score some goals. I wanna have individual success that hopefully goes hand in hand with the team, to score some important goals, to take it the last step, so we win some games. That goes to the trophies. It all goes back to winning all the time.
إيه أكبر حاجة تحب تقولها للجماهير النادي هنا؟ What's the biggest thing that you'd like to say to the Columbus Crew fan?
Well, it's simple. I've been excited for a long time to come here. Now I'm finally here, and hopefully I will get some minutes soon. I will play, and hopefully I will make everyone happy, and I'll develop, and we can make people happy by winning and by performing. You're welcome.
I can't after that. Show off.
Anybody
Yeah,
else
really
from
show
the
off.
Any follow-ups? All right, I believe we have one question from Zoom, at least from Charles Blum of MLSsoccer.com.
Arabic, I got shocked.
Charles, if you can go ahead.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, thank you.
Great, thank you for your time, for both your times today. Wessam, I wanted to ask you a 2-part question. One is, what does it mean to you to represent Palestine in North America and in MLS? And did the current political climate maybe complicate or affect your decision in any way?
I'm proud, of course, to be Palestinian everywhere. It's like you're proud to be American, and like we're from the country we're from. It didn't have any influence on coming to the US and play, because I'm me as a person. I'm born in Denmark, roots from Palestine. I'm happy and proud of that. Playing the Palestinian national team, it's a big honor to represent my country and represent my people. Of course, I'll not go to politics because I've never done that. That's not my thing. But to be a big face of the Palestinian national team and the people is of course a thing I'm proud of. And if I can make people happy by doing the thing I love the most, is playing soccer, then that's enough for me.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anything else from the room? All right, thank you, everybody. That'll conclude the press conference portion of today's media availability. Now head outside for some additional B-roll and photos, and we'll wrap for the afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.